there's been a lot of changes here. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. Like, it's happened. So I figured today we'd do a little bit of a Q&A whilst showing you the updates of the new office, because it's gonna be done soon. We're gonna be in here making amazing things. I think there are almost, or over at this point, maybe 1,000 different comments. That's way more tweets than I ever expected to get. I'll try to get through as many as I can. Let's start right now. Okay. Question number 1 from Vishal says, how's the new office coming along? Looking forward to seeing it on another video. Well, here it is, on another video. And let me tell you, my friend, it's coming along. It's coming along well. Welcome to the kitchen. You're looking right at it. And what is that outlet doing up there that you see? What does that say? Sign. Dope Squad sign. One more little fun fact. In this kitchen, we're putting a beer tap and a nitro cold brew tap and a giant owl on the wall. Sean Holiday asks, and I just gotta say it because it's like the top tweet here. What's the next international trip you're taking? Well, I'm going to LA. I'm already there right now as you're watching this. I'm in Los Angeles, what's up? After that, I'm headed to Northern Ireland, to Belfast, to speak at the Power of Video for the 3rd time. Love those guys, very excited. Sydney says, terrified to get my first tattoo, but what's an entry-level tattoo that a 5'7" man with cool hair can start off with? I mean, if you're terrified, maybe just don't get a tattoo. I also kind of think if you're having to ask people on Twitter what you should get, maybe again, you shouldn't get one. You could just get subscribed to Peter McKinnon, that might be cool. Zach Thornton says, how old were you when you got your first tattoo? Probably like 16 years old. I'm not really sure, but I was fairly young. And then it just kind of went downhill from there and I just couldn't stop. Tyler Babin, what's up, dude? How you doing? He says, how did you maximize building your channel in the early days as you were getting traction? I get a lot of questions like that. I don't really have an answer that I feel really satisfies, satiates a lot of the people that are asking it. I kind of just made it up as I went. Like there was no rhyme or reason or plan or any type of schedule that I stuck to. I just kept making things that I loved and was just continuing to hope that people would keep watching them. That's really it. I was just trying to be myself, upload as often and as consistent as I could and just hope for the best, really, and it just happened to work out. I still don't know what I'm doing. Zero clue. Ooh, this is a good one. Jackson Hayes. If you could only watch one, which would it be? Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Office, or Parks and Rec? The Office, 1000%. Dan Curtis says, any plans for more tattoos? Which of your tattoos is your favorite? No, I don't. It's funny, I actually don't have any favorite tattoos. I kind of like them all equally. All of my tattoos are very personal. They're all family oriented or have something to do with someone that is in my family, super close friend or things like that. I don't look at it as one specific or a bunch of individual pieces. I just look at it as the art that I have on me and I just like it. Kind of a cheap answer, but I mean, I really do like this pineapple. I think it's super cute. Wow, that's dark. Can I just boost the out of this ISO real quick? Like, let's see how far we can go before, wow. That's 6400 ISO. It looks like the sun is in here now. Okay, see that giant cutout right there with all the bars across it? That's where you're going to leave the office and go through out to the catwalk that goes along this edge. But beyond that catwalk is where you will just dive into the in-floor hammock. Now see this little square here, if we were to imagine that. 1, 2, 3, that whole thing, hammock. Look at that thing. We had a brand new HVAC put in, furnace, AC, all these fat, awesome looking ducts run through the entire office. We're gonna paint the whole thing black and all the ceilings black. I didn't think I'd be so pumped about an HVAC unit ever in my life, but here I am. Let's do another question. Mason Summers says, what's your go-to activity or place when you want to just get away from everything? The cameras, the social media, all of that. 1, just being at home with my family. 2, leather work. I have a little leather shop in my basement that I really like messing around in. And then 3, bombing around on the jet ski in the middle of a lake where no one can actually reach me, which actually might be a little bit dangerous, but I like it nonetheless. Oh, that's really dark. Hang on a sec. That bay door really makes a difference, doesn't it? Coalition Gaming says, would you ever consider working with any tech YouTubers? Yeah, of course. Consider working with any YouTubers. And also, Marquez Brownlee and I are good friends. You know what? He'd be good to come do an office tour with. Maybe I should have him do the grand reveal. That's a good idea. You thought I was gonna come back through that door to grab my camera, didn't you? Nope. Lakes or oceans, what would you want to mob most? Both. What will the Ava Band official doc consist of? Tom being Tom, maybe some aliens, that's probably a given, who knows. How many days can you live without coffee? Ha, none. If you could go back 10 years and tell your former self something, what would it be? Don't Photoshop mountains into the back of photos of the desert, maybe that. Now that Game of Thrones is over, what's your go-to Netflix binge series? I don't really have anything right now. I'm just on the lookout. Do you burn incense, essential oils, candles? What do you like to smell? I like to smell coffee. Don't burn it, I brew it and I smell that. Can you dunk a basketball? Surprisingly, no. How often do you feel unmotivated and how do you work around that to create quality content? You know, when I feel unmotivated, typically I gotta stand up for this, hang on. You know, when I feel unmotivated, I don't typically like to make videos because I don't have to force myself to do something that I love. I just want to be able to do it and love doing it. So when I'm not feeling motivated, I usually just try to do other things that rejuvenate me, that refresh me, that give me inspiration, that make me pumped again to pick up the camera and do something that I am motivated to do. If I pick up the camera not motivated to make something, one, either whatever I'm making is going to suck, or two, it's gonna just cause me to burn out sooner and faster. Neither of those things are what I want. Next time I see you, there's gonna be walls. Ooh, good luck. Okay, hanging out with Kirk. We came down to the city to grab some coffee. I was getting a headache. I haven't actually had coffee all morning, and you know when you get those coffee headaches if you drink coffee? I don't usually get those. I thought I was immune, but let's carry on with the question. Are we still getting questions? Are they still coming in?
Maybe around 1,000. All
right, Jason Teal Photo says, what are your thoughts on the Aeropress? I saw it in one of your videos recently. How does it compare to pour over? Now, if you guys don't know what an Aeropress is, I'll show you. This is an Aeropress. It's actually like a little coffee maker that's pretty portable. I bring it with me when I travel a lot because it's hard plastic, it's very durable. It comes in 2 different pieces. This is like the chamber, the brew chamber, and this is the plunger. The coffee steeps and brews inside the chamber, then the plunger pushes all of that through with pressure and it brews out the bottom. When you compare it to pour over, it's a totally different process, so the coffee tastes totally different. This is more of like an espresso almost. Not officially espresso, but it's a lot stronger, like if you're gonna make an Americano, something like that. I store the beans in the chamber. I've got a lid on that. That goes in my camping mug, little PM camping mug, link in bio. Okay, next question was from Hoserback Outdoors. I can't. Do you ever feel like you have to grind to make content? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everything is a grind at some point. Nothing, no matter how much you enjoy doing anything, there is always a point if you want to excel at that where it becomes a grind. You know, that's work, that's life. Sounds cheesy, but like embrace the grind because that's usually what makes you better or what helps you push through and elevate to the next tier of life, you know. Man. How you doing, buddy? Flats says, would you be down to go to Colombia and try one of the best coffees in the world? I think you already know the answer to that. That's a hell yes. I'd love to visit Colombia, not only for the coffee, but for like the beautiful country, because it looks amazing. You coming?
Let's go.
He's coming with me, so there's your answer.
So this is a cold brew tonic garnished with maraschino cherry.
This right here is one of the best drinks you can have if you like coffee. Nitro cold brew, tonic water, and a maraschino cherry. You're probably like, what? Right? Come on. I could drink this all day, every day. The plan is to have this coming out of a tap in our office. Kirk's gonna die, probably within like the first month of moving in. I'll probably die about a month after.
It's so good.
Johnny Vargas asks a good question. I get asked this a lot. If you weren't shooting Canon, what other brands would you be using? I think different brands, different cameras for different reasons, right? So I'm shooting a dock right now for Angels and Airwaves. I'm shooting it on a Red, a C200. There's probably gonna be a bunch of other different types of cameras used for that project, but I think it's all relative. Like if I wanted to shoot RAW, but not have the weight of a Red, then I'd probably look at something like the new Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera that's 6K and $2,500 and amazing. I think it kind of comes down to like, what are you doing? And what camera works best for what you're doing. Fourth coffee. It's dangerous. Ian Gibson says, how's the Canon EOS R aged for you, and are you using it more or less than what you thought after you shot the bucket shot? So if you didn't know, I did a little film called The Bucket Shot. We did it entirely on the EOS R. I'm using it right now. I've been using it exclusively as my vlog cam and my picture camera, stills camera, for probably about 4 months now. I was going kind of on and off before that, but now I'm exclusive. Like, I haven't used the 1DX in months and months. I don't even carry it with me, so I love the size of this. There's things I don't like about it, but the things that I like about it outweigh the things I don't. Nuke4869 says, have you ever tattooed anyone? Yes, actually I have. I'm not a tattoo artist by any stretch of the imagination, but I did tattoo my initials on a friend's foot. That happened. Liam asks, is being a YouTuber fun? Absolutely. The most fun, the best job that I've ever had in my entire life. I love it. Joanne says, which tattoo hurt the most? And I've got a lot of them. Probably, you wouldn't think of it, it was probably the K on my knuckles where it says Jack. That K was just ridiculous. I don't know why. And then probably the ER of rounder. That hurt so much I debated just stopping at round and making it an inside joke. But I think the fingers definitely hurt the most for me. Just thinking about it makes me just queasy. Okay, the last question that I got asked the most of all of them, which is amazing, is what's in my pockets. Starting with pocket knife, bam, I am using the all blackout Benchmade bug out. A lot of people are saying, do all Canadians carry pocket knives? No, as like an everyday carry enthusiast and people who are also into those things, a lot of people carry pocket knives. I've had a knife in my pocket since 2009 when I started at the camera shop. Black bug out, Benchmade, love that. Keychain, back right pocket. I actually made this keychain. You can see that's my little pirate logo. And on that keychain, we have a Gerber shard. So this is a little multi-tool prise thing. So it's a pry bar, wire strippers, bottle opener, flathead screwdriver across the top. On this side, Phillips screwdriver. And then I have a little Olight flashlight, like 130 lumens, which is pretty good for a flashlight this size. And that stuff lives in my back right pocket. Front right pocket, truck fob, so I can get in and out of my truck without having to take my keys out. And the newest thing to my carry would be these black AirPods. Now, I usually carry AirPods with me, but mine died in New Jersey last week when I was shooting with Marquez, and he just happened to have one of his sets that he did with Colorware, which are these matte black everything with his dope little logo on the back, and those are so sick. He just happened to have some extra sets, and he gave me one. So if you're watching this, thanks, man. Really appreciate that. So these front right, front left is your wallet. Just a little envelope wallet right here. Had that for ages, and that is what's in my pockets. I got this new one-wheel pint in the mail. This little jobby right here. It's funny, I unboxed the whole thing, I filmed it, it looked great. Look at that, nice little carry handle right there. Makes it just way more portable, way more doable. And I unboxed the whole thing, did the packaging. I read the little note that Jack sent me, which was super thoughtful. And then on the weekend, I was taking pictures of my kids, and I just didn't even think of it. I just formatted the card so I could start taking photos, and lost the entire start to this vlog, which was a dope unboxing. And I'm just really upset about that. I had different angles on the knife. I was spinning the knife around. It looked so good, all the slow motion goodness, and it's just all gone. So I think I'm gonna do like a dedicated or more of like a focused video on the new pint. It's pretty sick. Like it's very small, and there's this cool little light bar up here now. It kind of just shows you different status levels. So like if you're on it properly, and yeah. So I'm gonna go take this thing for a spin, and then we'll come back with a little bit of an update in another video. See ya. Forgot to lock my truck. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And see you next video.